Hi,
Grab my
Joe.
pen. Hello, just looking for my pen. Hey, it's April
It's a
2nd. It's the 2nd of April.
2nd of April. Yeah,
And
we stayed away from
wow,
the Fool's Day,
March.
so
We did. March has come and gone, which was kind of a doozy. It was
that
kind of a doozy, which we
that
had kind of said it would be a little, there would be some things happening. Now we've entered April, so we're going to talk about the astrological aspects, intuitive insights for the month of April. Specifically not the second part, the first part of the month.
right. The
So,
middle of the month promises some interesting, but in general, I would say we've adjusted this ascension, whatever you want to call it, is starting to click along.
I was talking to a mutual friend of ours this morning, and I was saying, "Oh, well, don't forget, we're still in Mercury retrograde." And she's like, "Yeah, it's like gonna be on until the 15th." I said, "No, it ends on the 7th, I'm pretty sure." And she looked it up and she said, "Yeah, but don't forget, we still got the shadow a week
Hmm.
after." So I said, "You're right." All right, let's dive in. I'm going to give you some things that uh, you know, downloaded, meditated about for the month of April, specifically the first 2 weeks. So this is what came to me about what we should be looking at and be aware of so that we can be handle the month with greater ease and grace, right? And prosperity. So, one, remember there's an ever quickening onward and upward motion right now, right? Of the energies, onward and upward. So, a lot of people have been flipping out about stuff they cannot control. Um, and they think it's all downward spiral stuff, but it's really what it keeps, and we've talked about this on here, Kitty. It's really what is meant to be. And, we're phoenixes that rise from ashes, right? So
Right.
ever quickening onward and upward motion. Keep that mindset. Keep that positive onward and upward mindset as best you can, no matter what is going on around you. Good. Number two, this is a great month for big, bold, beautiful, brilliant action. Last night when we were talking, I used the word bombastic when describing this.
Which I
And
made
this
you,
morning,
which I made you define.
yes. And then I was meditating on that word today and I said, why was I given that word? And I heard, because that got your attention. And sometimes we have to take action that to us and others looks very ego-based. And that's where the word bombastic comes, right? It's more ego-based. But that's what we might have to do the unusual action, which is bigger and bolder and might scare us a little bit and stretch us, but that's good. So things that you may have been putting on the back burner, now may be the time to bring them forward, take a good look at what's in the mix there, see what fits now into your life, and then take out whatever is calling you, put it in the pot on the front burner, and take action on it. Take action on it. This is a good month for action, action, action. April action. All right. Also, the kinder you can be to yourself and others, the better. Kindness matters. Kindness counts. And the fourth point for the month is work on yourself. Continue that personal development work because that working on yourself is opening your heart and mind to your truest gifts and talents. And that's part of number two, which is taking the big boulder action. Because when we tap into those truest gifts and talents, then we're instantly taking action that's bigger and bolder and seemingly more bombastic than before
I
because
like that word.
we've connected with that with that good juicy stuff inside of us that we may have been sitting on for whatever reason or squelching. So it's time to unleash the beast, baby.
Yes, very much.
Yeah.
And that, no shock here. Um, New priorities are stepping forward this month. Definitely new. It's a busy month. Our three retrograde planets step out of their retrogrades.
Mhm.
Um, well, actually, one already did, and it rejoins where it was when it retrograde to begin with. And
Mhm.
We start off right away, coming off that eclipse, coming off Neptune starting a new 165-year cycle on the 30th. And we are revisiting our soul's goals right from the beginning. On the 3rd, we have a Venus that is retrograde at that point, working with the North Node. And this North Node in Pisces is about uncovering our soul's goals and ideas, who we are. That's why I like the word bombastic. It's very much about stepping into who we are as we look at those priorities, especially by the middle of the month. It's kind of a kind of falls into order energy.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. And then around the 4th, we're working on getting things done. There's some real energy to get things done, move forward, put it together, step into it. And on the 7th, reality steps in with our values that really come into play. And that is going to be a big theme of this month. What are your
Mhm.
values? How do you want them to come into play? And it's to be in kindness. So what's interesting about this shift in this energy is something I know I'm feeling it has settled. And even
Yeah.
if what's around us, the din and that and the blustering, are magnifying, we
Mhm.
are magnetically being drawn into, nope, stay into that calmer energy. This is what I am manifesting, what my life is going to be. And, you know, it
So
doesn't mean
what
the other stuff isn't going to twirl. It just means my being sucked into it has shifted.
and what planets are affect that?
Well, by the 7th, we have Saturn. It's happening now from this eclipse. We have Mars that is still in that pivotal energy of Cancer, getting ready to move back into its Leo piece, ready to be very dynamic in the action. And we're in that resetting of karma. Around the 7th, we have Saturn that is conjunct that Venus. That's reality looking at our core. On the 12th, we have the Sun is conjunct Chiron, all in Aries, wanting us to be very much our authentic, very sensitive to the energies that are happening, emotional challenges, big activations. And this is what these big shifts are about: dynamic action, responsible action. How do I step into this? And then by the 13th, that full moon is in Libra.
Mm.
And it's kind of completing that insecurity piece that happened the day before as we fully step into what we're letting go of. And then that 13th all the way through the 15th and 17th, I'd be happy when we come back to talk about it, because we really will see as this North Node uncovers, as these planets are going direct. We have on the 7th, it is Mercury that goes direct, and then on the
Mhm.
12th, it is Venus. I mean, on the 13th, it is Venus that goes direct. So now all the planets are moving the action outside of us. We've been aligning it inside of us, and that's what we're stepping into outside of us. And on the 14th, we have a big conjunction also with Saturn, that planet in Pisces that's resetting all of our structures. Resetting our potential is working with the North Node. Very much every time that obviously our Neptune energy is showing up, it's very much about being very responsive to this new understanding of what Spirit's asking us to do to create what is happening. So
Yeah.
a lot of big energy. The Taurus new moon near the end of the month will be a little dicey because it's very much in stabilizing, and that includes things that cause us much. Overall, though, April is kind of a not gnarly month. I don't usually say it that way, but it's really a lot of, especially if you continually create that internal to mirror on the external.
Yeah. I think this is really good information on the astrological plane because so many people, again, they're looking at the external and they're going, oh my gosh, 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 all across the globe now, right? And I was listening to a podcast, I think last week, that what um, I'm just going to mention politics for a moment because it reflects what's going on astrologically in my mind. That what's happening now is that the world order is being shaken up,
Hmm.
rearranged. And to me, this is perfect that that's happening because what's been happening for many people and it's intensifying is that the internal order inside of us is being shaken up. So what you're talking about, values, a lot of people are looking at that for sure now,
Yeah, very much
value.
so. Very
So that's
much.
good. I like it.
Yeah. And we've been dealing with it. And now I can actually physically feel the shift, even as things, and I start to go, I'm like, no, we got this. We've got
Yeah,
this.
we've got this. And folks, I just want to remind you, because Kitty and I have talked about this a lot, is finding community during these times.
Oh, really
What's
important.
really going on now is that the external stuff, we're being invited to find like-minded people, to not be in conflict with, to separate yourself from any internal or external conflict and find community, find like-minded people. And it can just be like get together for coffee or tea
Right.
once a week,
Call,
once a month, do
even
something.
even a call in with a group of people. Do a group
Hmm.
call, do a group Zoom to have some joy, some fun. Make
Yeah.
sure that that is a piece of the, as you said, your bombasticness. Be, be the Irma Bombeck.
All right. Okay, we're really aging ourselves
Yeah.
because
You know,
if life were if life were a bowl of cherries, why am I in the
in the
pits? That was
pits,
my favorite.
why is the grass always greener over the septic tank?
But
You know,
yes,
um,
she was great. She was very
it,
funny, humorous,
it,
satirist, folks.
Lucille Ball, people just some wacky joy in that bombastic behavior you're stepping into.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It's
So,
good stuff. We got to stay focused on the positive. If you find yourself going down the spiral of doom and gloom and despair, make a call, reach
well,
out, get
it
some
and
laughter going.
it's very well. It's interesting this month. I learned a lot more about egregores. They're associated with in the paranormal world with quote unquote ghosts, and that everybody, as the spirit energy people pick up, it develops its own life that is even separate perhaps than what the spirit was. So that's why people can pick up the heebie-jeebies when they walk in. Well, we're creating our own egregore in what we tap into. And what is
Mhm.
it you want to tap into? Do you want to tap into the one that is, oh my God, life is, I mean, watch your words. Or do you want to tap into the one, you know what, it's still joyous. This is a phase that we're learning to let go of some of these craziness behaviors that are happening. And the tighter they're squeezing, the more you can go, not for me
Yeah,
today.
yeah, yeah.
Not for me today.
St Not today, Satan.
Not today. Not today.
All right, Kitty. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. We'll be back in a couple of weeks with more insight.
With more insight.
Yeah, with more.
Namaste.
All right. Ciao for now.
Ciao for now.